Hello everyone, welcome back to the workshop. So, in one of my recent live streams, we had discussed about how everybody was kind of getting sick and tired of the Damascus craze, where everyone posting all the time about Damascus this and Damascus that and whatnot. And so I said jokingly, what should be the next craze? And, well, this is what we came up with. We are going to make ourselves some forged flip-flops. Now, this is completely for fun, guys. These are by no means practical unless you happen to like walking on cold steel shoes. That's your prerogative. But I just want to take and put this out there as a little blacksmith challenge to all my friends in the blacksmithing community. And go on Instagram with these with the hashtag forgedinflop. So we can all have just a little bit of fun and post your pictures there to my Instagram account at Christ Centered Ironworks. I would just love to see what other guys come up with in different variations. So as you can see here, my method for creating the soles is mostly plasma cutout. Nothing to this, and you will also see where I mess this up later on in the video. But until then, you can just watch me have a little fun here. So I pretty quick decided that the belt sander was taking too long, so I switched over to that good old-fashioned angle grinder and cleaned up the profile of the soles. These are designed to be pretty simple as far as sandals go, and I just thought they were, once again, I just thought they were funny to make, and they didn't actually really take that long. I would say I maybe had 2 hours in this project in total, and most of that was in forging the straps. If I would have fabricated those as well, it'd probably been a lot less time. But this is, after all, a forged flip-flop. Something of it needs to be forged. So here you see me laying out where my cut lines are going to be and my set down points. And then we're just going to use the little angle grinder with the cutoff wheel to cut these pieces off. I decided I didn't want to break out the big angle grinder for this to cut these up. The little one was just handier at this moment in time than having to put the blade back on my big angle grinder. So yeah, so this is going to become the part that goes between your toes. That's what we're forging on now. This was approximately 1.5 inch wide material by 1/8 inch thick, which was very difficult to forge down into a taper. It definitely likes to buckle. So you just got to take your time with this portion. And I did everything in sped up mode for obvious reasons. Just a lot of boring, bending, and hammering. But Olga did swell. As you can see, I'm working all over angles. Even using the hardy hole for reach concerns. So I'm just going to roll those off onto some little ball ends on the end, kind of like a flip-flop would have. And this actually turned out to be quite a fun little exercise in forging. So I really hope that this will catch on. It'll be the next craze, so to speak, as I think it would be hilarious. But more so than that, this was a really good exercise in trying to forge everything evenly and working not only with 2 legs, but 4 legs, or 6 legs rather. Excuse me, I just yawned there. It's fairly late at night while I'm filming this video, editing this video down with a voice recording. So now we're just going to make an exact bend on the toe piece. We're going to do that for the other one as well, using a set hammer and my little soft face hammer that I made up. And then we're going to bend the other 2 feet at about a diagonal. This will help later on for positioning of them. And we'll spray out the legs a little bit. And then what you don't see in this portion of the video is I actually took these a little bit further and further. And I kind of had to make a lot of different little tweaks and adjustments to try to get this to fit on the actual sole of the flip-flop. But after you get the legs sprayed to where you want them, then it is just a matter of using a cupping tool, like one I've made in a previous video. I'll try to leave the links in the description for that video and put it on the end cards or the end screens. And this cupping tool is a real handy tool for exactly this purpose. And there you go. Now, the way you rivet anything is one rivet at a time. This way, the holes do not get askewed whenever you displace the metal around the rivet itself when you set the rivet. Now, as you can see, I shot this straight through. I was focused on trying to get these done as quickly as possible. And there we go. One of the things that you don't see in this video also is I countersunk the back side of the 1/8 inch plate that I used for the sole of the flip-flop. This way it allowed that knob to sit a little flusher to the shoe. Now, for anybody who's very astute, you would probably figured out by now that these are probably not going to fit my feet. I wish I would have figured this out a little sooner, but it dawned on me after I had them all together. Here I'm using a little monkey tool. The metal didn't quite get seated all the way, and it upset before it was close. So there you are. The challenge has been issued. Let's start a revolution out there, guys. Remember, hashtag #ForgedInFlop. Thank you all for watching. God bless you, and we'll catch you on the next one.